Hello everyone. Here I would like to discuss about the anatomy of humerus.
The humerus. This is the humerus bone. It is the longest bone of the upper limb. It is articulating with the scapula and forms the shoulder joint at the upper end. It is also known as funny bone. It has upper end, shaft and lower end. That is why we can say that it is a long bone. So at the upper end we have this rounded structure. This is known as head of humerus. Then this constricted part is known as anatomical neck of the humerus. This is the anatomical neck of the humerus. Then at the upper end we have this smaller tubercle. This is known as the lesser tubercle. Then behind it we have this a greater tubercle. So this is the lesser tubercle, which is smaller in size, and this is the greater tubercle, greater in size. In between them we have this intertubercular sulcus. So this is the intertubercular sulcus. This intertubercular sulcus has two lips. This is the lateral lip of the intertubercular sulcus, and this is the medial lip of the intertubercular sulcus. Then at the upper end we have morphological neck. So here we can say this is the morphological neck, which is lying just 0.5 centimeter above the surgical neck. So surgical neck is the place where the nerves are related to the upper end of the humerus. So if we can say this is the surgical neck, then just 0.5 centimeter above it we have the morphological neck. Morphological neck determines the attachment of, or we can say the position of, the epiphyseal cartilage of this bone. Then we come to the shaft. This is the shaft. It is long and cylindrical. It is triangular at the upper part and circular at the lower part. It has three borders. First is the anterior border. This is the anterior border starting at the anterior aspect of the greater tubercle. So this is the anterior border of the humerus. Then we have the lateral border. This is the lateral border. Here we can see this is the lateral border. Then the medial border. This is the medial border of this bone. This is the medial border. Then we have the three surfaces of this bone. Between the anterior border and the medial border, this surface is known as anteromedial surface. I repeat, between the anterior border and the medial border, we have this anteromedial surface. Then we have the anterolateral border, which is lying between anterior border and this lateral border. So this is the anterolateral surface of this bone. Then posteriorly we have the posterior surface. This is the posterior surface, which is lying between the medial and the lateral borders. So this is the posterior surface. Then at the lateral aspect of this bone we have this V-shaped tuberosity on the anterolateral surface. This is known as deltoid tuberosity. Here we can easily see the tuberosity at the lateral aspect of this bone. This is the deltoid tuberosity. Then at the lower end we have the medial epicondyle on the medial aspect, then lateral epicondyle on the lateral aspect. Then this rounded small ball-like structure is known as capitulum, and this pulley-shaped structure is known as trochlea. Above the trochlea, this fossa is known as radial fossa, and On the posterior surface, this larger fossa is known as olecranon fossa. This is the olecranon fossa for articulation with the olecranon process of the ulna. So these are the anatomical features of the humerus bone. Now we come to the side determination. For determination of side, we have to hold it in an anatomical position in which the upper end lying above, lower end lying below. So this upper end, which is bearing the head, it is directed forwards and medially. So you have to keep this head on the medial aspect, that is close to the midline. Then lower end below. Medial and lateral, these two sides can be determined with the help of the head and the medial epicondyle. The head and the medial epicondyle, they are lying on the medial side, that is close to the midline, and this lateral epicondyle, it is lying on the lateral side. Then the anterior aspect of this bone possess the trochlear and the capitulum plus the radial notch. This is lying on the anterior aspect, and the olecranon fossa, this is lying on the posterior aspect. Then you keep this bone in your body and you can easily determine the side of this bone. This bone is of left side. Similarly, we can compare it with another bone which is of the right side. So here we can distinguish between the two sides of the bone. This is of right side. Here we can see the head is directed medially. Then radial fossa is on the anterior side, similar on the left side. And the olecranon fossa, it is lying on the posterior aspect. So this is the anatomical position and side determination of the humerus. Thank you.